Hello, I'm Dr. Gurung. I am a consultant psychiatrist. One of my hobby is to read books. And the genre of books that falls in my preference of reading is autobiography. This week, I managed to finish this book. This is a book about a superstar in Nepal, rajesh. When I read this book, there are so many things that I enjoyed reading and learned. There are two actors that I admire the most. In Nepal, it's Rajesh, and in Hollywood is Al Pacino. I finished this book last year. The things that I have learned from this book is there are three things that I've learned from this book. Number one, I got an opportunity to see Nepal through the eyes of a superstar. He started his career in Nepal in 1990s, in the time when there was no any established Nepali film industry. He worked in the Nepali film industry for 35 years, and during the time, he was one of the pioneers who was able to make a way in a field of movies, which is a very volatile career. Number two, also enjoyed this book reading because this book was written in the format of a podcast, not as a normal kind of autobiography that you normally read. Um, he was one of the actors who was fortunate enough. He came from a privileged background. He was a son of an ambassador. He spent his childhood in Russia. So he was able to have that kind of opportunities, which is not very common for people in Nepal. He had also a good education background. He was able to do a master in English. So the way he analyzed and viewed Nepal was quite different than the people who were in Nepal at that time frame. So I felt, as a consultant psychiatrist, I felt it very fascinating to analyze this character of Rajasama. The third thing which I really liked about this book is in this book he is not just focusing on his moving career. He also expressed his views around politics. He expressed the business side of a movie industry. He also analyzed, the caste system which is in Nepal. There are a lot of the areas that he covered in the books. Now he's almost at the twilight of his career as well as his life. He is around 41 years, 61 years. So at the end of the book, he was pre-contemplating about his life at the end of his career. So it was quite a fascinating book to read about a person from the childhood to different time frame of his life. Um the time frame that he covered from the age of like 20 to 35, where he had a very colorful life, being in a different relationship. As a consultant psychiatrist, I found it quite fascinating, and I could not stop analyzing his life at the time period and the choices of the partners that he made during the time frame. Um, in this book, the thing which I've also liked about is his relationship dynamic between his father, brother, and his family member. And as an actor, he acted in almost like 300 movies. And as a consultant psychiatrist, the thing which I always find it fascinating is, as an actor, you express a lot of emotions in the movie, and sometimes it's very difficult to distinguish whether the emotion that is expressed in the movies are real or genuine, and the impact of the emotions that you expressed in the movie, how much is going to impact your life. Um, as a consultant psychiatrist, I could not stop analyzing this interesting character of Rajasama. The take-home message while reading this book is I'm going to see, the things which I've learned from his life, how I'm going to incorporate in my own life, and and to see how I can express his philosophy in my own life. Um, at the end, when I analyze this book, the greatest thing and the important thing which I want to say is I knew the difference between tourist and a traveler. Tourist is the person who has got the fixed time period of how long they are going to go for holiday, and they always have the aim of returning back to the place where they stay. Whereas the travelers, travelers are in search of a life philosophy, and there's no any guarantee that the person is going to return back. Um, so this two terms, when I analyze as a consultant psychiatrist, I find it fascinating because our life as well as is, sometimes is being as a tourist or a traveler. To end this reflection, I would say life is a sea between B and D. B means birth, D means death, and C means the type of the choices that we make. Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm rambling too much, but I could not stop reflecting on the person that I admire most in Nepali industry. Thank you very much.